Hey there YouTube, this is FireDevil462928 bringing you commentary of FIFA 13, and as you can see by the title, more particularly FIFA 13 career mode news. Now, this is just me talking about what is going to be the new features in the next FIFA 13 franchise, and what should be big news, and what's well, basically what has made this mode on FIFA so much better than it originally has been. And already the big first talking point I want to start with is international management. Without a doubt, I mean, most of you have probably already heard of this before, so you already know what I'm talking about. So without a doubt, this is probably the most excitable thing of the new FIFA career mode. Everyone immediately will be wanting to play, just basically to trying to do well, to actually try and gain respect, to get offered a job as a manager. I'm just reading from a script, so just bear with me. As your reputation as a manager grows in career mode, you will now be offered the chance to manage international teams in addition to the club side you're already playing with. So that's even better. That's even better than I would have thought it would have been, because maybe you would have had to give up your club or something, which I would have thought would have sucked, to be honest. So this is just perfect. Your performance and manager reputation in career mode dictates the quality of the international offers you receive. So basically, if you're, let's say, Manchester United, and you're winning the Premier League 2 years in a row, you get more likely to get offered a job for England or Spain or Brazil or anything. But it's unlike if you're like a mid-table team who keeping mid-table, you probably get an offer for like Iceland, Ireland, maybe Belgium, but they're starting to have a few stars coming through, so you never know. Your nationality and the leagues you manage in will also affect the types of international offers you receive. So basically saying, let's say you're a Spanish manager in the Premier League, you won't get given, well, the chances of get given a job for Argentina is much lesser than getting given the opportunity to manage Spain or England, mainly because either you're a Spanish manager or because you're managing in the Premier League, they know you or you have connections towards it. But if you don't really have much connections to it, then there's a really low chance of you getting a job in that country. Rumours about interested nations will circulate in the press for some months before you actually receive a firm offer. So if anyone from England watching this obviously knows about the whole Harry Redknapp story. For months on end, he was talk about him getting the managerial job for England. In the end, it went to Roy Hodgson. This is basically, I'm guessing they got the tip off from that situation. So well played for FIFA there. Squad selection should be a key part of international management duties, and deadlines for selections, so 1 week prior to friendlies or 1 month prior to tournaments, have to be met. So nothing too bad there. Basically just meaning you'll probably get asked to put out a team for your national match or national team squad a week before. All seems pretty simple. International competitions will run parallel with club games, meaning you could land a job in the middle of a qualifying campaign. Now that is something that, well, in real life can actually happen, but like you don't really get managers and international managers. But that's basically meaning, let's say you're Liverpool, you're going for the Champions League or Europa League qualifiers, and you're also England manager, and England have a match against Italy 2 days before your match against Liverpool. Now do you sacrifice Gerrard in the England game? But then again, that's kind of being greedy, I'm guessing. Or do you play him for the England game and lose him for the Liverpool important game? It's all about decision making, I'm guessing. Moving down into international management as a career mode hub, keeping your club and country separate. So it's obviously preventing you from getting confused. You have your own hub for international career mode, and then you have everything else in different hubs. just keeps it organized like FIFA like it. This next feature, which I enjoy, and I believe it's gonna be a great feature, especially because it's in match, and it's called, well, the title of it is In Match Live Score Updates. So basically, whilst playing your career mode matches, you will now receive audio updates from other games being played in your league, voiced by Alan McInally and Jeff Shreves. The live updates cover goals, red cards, penalties, and incidents. So, for example, goal at Anfield, Fulham's Clint Dempsey scores a brilliant free kick to make it 2-1. 73 minutes played. Tyler, and then Tyler says, "Thanks, Jeff." You can select and deselect the matches you want to hear audio updates from prior to playing your match, which I think is that last point is a really huge part of really important add-on to this feature that they made sure they put in, because you wouldn't really want to hit every game. Let's say a repeat of last year's final day, Manchester United and Manchester City. Let's say I'm Manchester United. I don't want to be hearing anything from a Fulham game or an Everton game. I'll only be wanting to hear about that one game. So hearing about other games will be very irrelevant and very annoying, I guess. Now moving down to player stories. Interactions with players are now more regular, with instant feedback received based on managerial decisions. Player stories can now be run for months into career mode, re-emerging if you go through a bad run of results when you sell or buy key players. So, of course, that's stating the obvious. I'm reading what it says, and what it says you should understand. I'm guessing it's basically meaning, of course, if you have a bad run of results and let's say you're Manchester City, people like Tevez, Aguero or Balotelli, the big money, big success players, won't be happy. And like, if you buy a player in the same position as your star player, maybe your star player will get upset or unhappy about that. So you have to keep the whole team happy. Specific player stories can also occur when managing an international team, meaning you need to keep both club and country happy. So that's basically going back to my Liverpool scenario. England versus France or in Italy 2 days before a Liverpool match. Do you sacrifice Gerrard? Do you play in both games but he'd be tired for the Liverpool game? Or do you do the right thing for your country? That's something you have to try and sort out. Fan stories now make top news in the press based on team performance. I'm guessing that just means, let's say, running out of options. Let's say you're in Newcastle, you're expected to do well but you're on bad run of form. The fans won't be happy. That's all it means. Now, I'm not gonna talk about being a player because I don't normally play with that mode, and I don't find it that interesting. All it is basically is the same as it was, but just with being able to leave the club halfway through or being able to get subbed off. That's all very different. That's all very same with tweaks. So I'm not too interested with that. Next thing I'm going to move on to is classified results. After each career mode match, you now receive a rundown of classified results through an in-game audio. So basically, just think about the BBC final score, how they just go Newcastle United 3, Stoke City 1. That's what I'm assuming, I think, because when I watch BBC final score, that's what I remember it to be. Just a man. I'm not being sexist. I'm just saying a man going through all the scores. I'm not sure if that means every league, which could be a bit boring, or just means like today's fixtures in your league. Just going through the results, which is better than just looking. I mean, you actually have some interaction with the game, more authenticity. League tables updates are also fed back to you, as well as any upcoming fixtures. These audio sequences will happen less regularly than the classified results. So basically, instead of going through the game menus, listen to your music, you actually, well, every so often you'll get updates from, I think, I'm just guessing, one of the commentators, talking about the league, top scorers, and, well, as I said, when the audio is running, you can still browse your career mode menus and still continue to the next game week. So As I said, you can be doing what you want, making transfers and everything, and yet listening to who's the top goal scorer, so it just saves you time from looking. Now this next point, which I think is also one of the top features of manager modes this year, which is called Manager's Office. So now you can view any available managerial positions via the clubs board. This allows you to change clubs mid-season should you wish to. So that is what I've been wanting for years. Basically, I don't know, let's say you're not happy with the budget you're given, like you join a team for a mistake. I know you might be thinking, oh, just start a different career mode, but like maybe you just wanted to try something else, like carry on with the club, see how it is, and then you already reach like 3/4 through the season, you realise you haven't got really the players you want, you know you're never going to have money, and then you see on the manager board an offer for Madrid or something. You'll want to take it because they have tons of money, you have options to play, and it's just a class team. So I mean, it depends who you are, to be honest. Your manager now appears on the touchline in matches based on customized options you choose at the start of the career mode. So at the start of career mode, you'll see you'll have an option to customize your manager features. So that's what I'm just going to say. I know some of the pictures of it are relevant to what I'm talking to, but it all goes through career mode, so just bear with me. Like it does mean it does make sense to what I'm saying. It's not completely random FIFA pictures, it's all to do with career mode. But anyway, moving on to the biggie of this whole system is transfer negotiations. The whole script has been completely rewritten. Now you can offer players plus crash what the hell players plus cash and player trade deals to the CPU. When offering loan players, you can now set a future purchase price to sign players permanently at the end of the loan period. When the CPU makes an offer, you can now choose a counter offer, ask for more money. So that's better than FIFA 11, where you had an offer, you had to take it or reject it, and then hoping they'll come back. So this, you can actually ask for the price you want, and they'll give you what they can do. Contract negotiations now contain advice from the chief executive, which acts as a guide. When offering contracts, you can choose a role for the player. So basically, let's say you're Real Madrid and you're signing Luka Modric. I know it's already happened, but like I'm just giving the example. You can actually tell them what you expect them. You can tell them you're going to be an important sub or a future star or like a crucial player for big games. So that's what it just basically means. Prior to making a firm offer, you can now make an inquiry to find out whether the player is available. So basically you can tease the other club, or you can also make the rumours go a bit more, like you just ask, but maybe you won't even want to buy him in the end. So it's just something, it's a lovely little touch that they add on. You now can make offers to players directly from media stories by pressing the left stick, and a new financial strictness settings will limit the percentage of players' sales that go back to your transfer budget. So basically, you sell, I'm thinking now, you sell Arjun Robin for 50 million, you're only going to get 42 of that million back to your budget. There's a new breaking news hub, like a new Sky Sports style overlay will now deliver breaking news on top of the career mode hub. So as you can see by some of these pictures I can show, just all of a sudden can pop up like Luis Suarez goes to Chelsea or whatever. Well, that's about it. I'm just going to talk about user interface really quickly. It's about just for the first time you can enter career mode menus. A tutorial overlay will appear to guide you through each pane function, and you can now read news articles from the media panes whilst the game is advancing. So nothing completely new there, but apart from that, this looks completely rewritten. This looks like FIFA actually bothered them career mode this year. Over the years, I think career mode's been kind of left out from what their main views are. I don't know how to call it now, but yeah, it's been left out from their plans. They've always revolutionized lots of other stuff, but left career mode